Hello amigos, ¿cómo están? My name is Dan and welcome back to this channel. A bit of a different video today, guys. I just want to have a bit of a chat about the contract renewals of some of the players that we've had over the last week or so. I didn't want to put it into the other video against Suarez. I was wanting too much in that video and I was too angry and just wanted to focus on the game in that one. This one I wanted to do in its own separate video. Just talking about the contract renewals, the players especially, there's different situations going on, and I thought it's interesting to talk about because on the face of it, it's a good thing, but there are some difficulties in there as well. So the big one, obviously, is Hugo Cambreros. He's officially announced he's renewed his new contract. Big for him, big for the club. And obviously, there's a big storyline with him. Was he pushing for a move out? I think he wanted to go to Europe this summer, which is fair enough to him. But again, the club's got to safeguard their own interests and make sure that we get compensated for that if he does make that move. This new contract, I assume, gives assurances for him, the European clauses or whatever, for him, so that it makes it easier for him to go. He's got, legally binding, documents now to show that hopefully the club is going to actually help him go there. Also, for the club, it's legally binding now that, whoever gets him has to pay what we want what we want for him, whether it's in the short term or long term. I know with Mateo Chavez, there's a lot of long term goals in there and not so much short term. So I think that's what's going to happen with not only Cambreros but every player that we sell to Europe now. So yeah, I don't think. I think it's likely now that he's not going to go to Europe this summer. I think it's been too long. Having said that, I think there's another week or two left of this, transfer window, so maybe he does go. I feel like each day he passes now makes it less likely that he is actually going to leave, which I think is a good thing for us, us fans, Chivas fans, because we need him. The attack's not doing well this season so far. He's barely played. I think he needs to start playing major more minutes, and we haven't played him much because of the whole uncertainty over if he's going, if he's staying. But yeah, now that I think he's done and settled, I think he will start getting more minutes, especially if, our attacking players are still not doing well. So that's for him. Obviously, he's the big one. He's the one that we kind of wanted to see. Is this going to happen? Is it not going to happen? Is he going to go? Is he going to stay? I think he's going to stay now. He's renewing his contract. Even if he does go now, I think it's more favourable for us and for him. So fair play, but I think he stays at least till January, and I think he'll go in January, especially if he has a decent season this season, but that's a massive if because we're doing trash at the moment. The other players that we've signed, a whole bunch of them actually, Yale Padilla being one of them, Taron Wilco being another one. We'll talk about him in a minute because he's another one of those question marks for me. Dragon Garcia as well, another interesting one, and obviously Miguel Gomez as well in the defence. Miguel Gomez is a really decent, an easy one, simple one to kind of talk about. Obviously, he's a defender. He's going to be getting minutes, but he's not going to be playing every single game, not at least yet anyway. And it's it's a little bit more calmer progression into the first team for him. All the attacking players are kind of somewhat rushed a little bit because Pulido's not doing well. Hormigo's having a decent season but not brilliant. Our wingers are not having a good season at all again. So the attackers are more likely to get more minutes than he is, but Gomez I think will get more minutes in this season, and I think it's just establishing the fact that we've got a really good youth system and our Cantarandros are doing really well and we're continually producing really good players, especially goalkeepers. The under 21s, I forget his name, but he did really well against Juarez, made a really good save. I think he saved a penalty if I'm not mistaken. But I should know his name, but I don't have forgotten it. But Dragon Garcia, obviously pre-season Milito really looked like he was taking the shine to Wally. Obviously Tyler Rangel was playing Mexico at the time, or was with Mexico at the time, wasn't really playing. So Wally played most of the pre-season. You're thinking, okay, well, he's obviously decided Wally then. Wally's an older goalkeeper, has more experience. You think, okay, well if Tyler's not going to do too well, which he isn't so far, to be honest. Then Wally will be the one that comes in and he gets replaced and he gets to take over the position. But Wally hasn't featured at all. And so Dragon Garcia renews his contract. I thought maybe we renew his contract and we'll loan him out because I think he does need first team minutes. Whoever. Um, And if Wally's going to be staying challenging Tala, then I'm happy with Garcia going unknown. But he's still at the club, not playing for the under 21s anymore. He's not playing with Tapatio anymore because he's too good for them. Same with Teo Muko, I'll talk about last. So big question mark on what's going to happen with Dragon now. Is he going to stay? Have we renewed his contract and going to loan him out? That remains to be seen. Are we going to sell him? Profit? I mean, that's a possibility. I really hope that doesn't happen because I would rather have Tala and Dragon, competing for that goalkeeping spot and Wally being sold. But if Melito wanted Wally, then fair enough. He's the coach. He knows what he's doing. I don't. So yeah, it's a bit difficult with Dragon at the moment. I don't know what's going on with that. Padilla as well, similar to Teo Wilco, similar to Dragon, not having many minutes at all with the the senior team, playing with the under 21s a little bit. You renew your contract, but you're being promised certain things, you're being reassured about certain things. They're not renewing their contracts willy-nilly. They're not doing it for no reason. They're doing it because they've been told things that they like. And they've got assurances, of their gaming time, whatever. So I fully expect Padilla to get more minutes going forward. I fully expect Teo Wilco to at least be featured. Teo Wilco I'll save to the last because I think he's the most perplexing one outside of Cambreros. Played a lot last season. Seemed to be the guy that was challenging Pulido for the first team striker spot. Hormiga was the one that wasn't playing at all. Melito comes in. Obviously took a shining to Hormiga. I thought, okay, so Hormiga comes in now. He's challenging Pulido. Teo Wilco's been relegated to under 21s. Big question mark. I mean, obviously we've bought Pulido, which I think is a big mistake. I would rather have Teo Wilco and Hormiga challenging for that striker spot. No Cheech, no Pulido. Because we've signed Pulido, we've bought him, we paid money for him, we have to shoehorn him in. He has to be in the squad. So then you can't have three strikers. You can't have one on the pitch or two on the pitch or one on the bench or two on the bench or whatever. Very weird. Very strange. Teo Wilk is a great player. He's got low potential. We all see it. Hormiga as well. We all see it. He's got tons of potential. Are we really going to let either one of them rot because we're trying to play Pulido, who hasn't done anything in 3 games? And more than that, if you're considering, the League's Cup fiasco. Very strange. And then it was, why would you renew your contract unless you've been told you're going to get first team minutes, we're going to play you more, you're going to get more money, we're going to establish you, or we're going to loan you out. We're going to renew, but we're going to loan you out. You're going to get first team minutes somewhere else. They've obviously been promised things. We just don't know what they are yet. Because I can't understand why Dragon, Gael, and Teo would renew their contracts with this current situation as it is. Because none of them are playing, really. So we'll have to wait and see on what happens and what goes on, but maybe they do get loaned out or whatever. I'll be really I'll be really sad if they do, because I think they deserve to be Chivas players and do well with Chivas. But they all need to be playing. They've done everything. They've won youth competitions. They've done everything possible to warrant, being in the first team of Chivas, Chivas Football Club. But if it can't happen, then they deserve to be a first team choice somewhere else. But that's my decision. That's what my question is for you guys. What do you think about all these players renewing their contracts? Obviously, it's a really good thing. I want to keep them all at the club. I want to play them all. But do they get played? Do they get minutes? Will they get loaned out? Do you think they'll get sold? Let me know in the comments. Do you think Cambreros will leave this summer? I don't think he will. I think he will leave in January. But yeah, let me know what you think about these situations. That's my kind of a view, is that I'm happy we've renewed them. I just want to keep them to stay. And I'd sell Wally. I'd sell Pulido. At this one, I'd even sell Piojo and just play Yale Padilla on the right. But let me know what you guys think about this, because I think it's an interesting one. And obviously, like I said, I wanted to talk about it on its own without the ranting and the raving about the games, because the games are just stressful at the moment. This is kind of an interesting thing. I've been wanting to talk to you guys about for about a week now, but I've not really had the opportunity to make a video. But yeah, anyway guys, thanks for watching. I really do appreciate it. It's a bit of an off-take video, I guess. But I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments what you think about all the stuff I talk about in this video. And yeah, we'll be back after the Chivas game, probably early next week, to do my reaction to that. Hopefully it's a good reaction. I don't have much hope, but we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, thanks for watching guys, I really do appreciate it. And like and subscribe if you haven't done already, I really do appreciate that as well. And yeah, I don't know what else to do about Chivas right now. It's just not very positive right now, but this is kind of positive, but it's got a negative kick to it. But yeah, anyway, guys, have a really good week. Have a really good weekend as well, and I will see you guys early next week for the Chivas game. So take it easy, guys. Adios.